Chapter 14 India's Neighbours Class Activity by Arush Abhilash 5A JNS Gift City Gandhinagar. Introduction. India is located in the southern part of Asia and has a land border of 15,106.7 kilometers and coastline of 7,516.6 kilometers. It is latitudinally situated in the northern hemisphere and longitudinally located in the eastern hemisphere. We will see now a brief description of India's neighboring countries. India and its neighbors. Here is a list of neighboring countries of India. Number 1. Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. 2. Islamic Republic of Pakistan. 3. People's Republic of China. 4. Kingdom of Bhutan. 5. People's Republic of Bangladesh. 6. Union of Myanmar. 7. Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. There are 7 countries in our chapter. However, I have just mentioned 2 more neighbors of the countries, that is Islamic Republic of Afghanistan and Maldives. Before we start, let us see this map which will give you an idea about the temperature zones of India's neighboring countries. Some are in the temperate zones, Mediterranean zones, and also in the tropical zones. Here we go. Number 1. Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. The border length between India and Nepal is 1,751 kilometers. Here, as you can see, the capital city of Nepal is Kathmandu. And also, you could see the national flag here. Here, the political and geographical maps of Nepal. Now, let us talk about the climate. The country of Nepal is in the Asian continent, and the estimated latitude and longitude for the country are 28° north and 85° east. The climate of Nepal is influenced by its location in the subtropical latitude as well as elevation. It has 5 climatic zones which broadly corresponds to the latitude. Apart from the 5 climatic zones, Nepal also experiences 5 seasons: spring, winter, autumn, monsoon and summer. The Himalayan massif that dominates the northern portion of the country plays a major role in altering the climate of Nepal. Indian states sharing border with Nepal. Nepal shares border with these 5 Indian states: Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim. About Nepal and some important facts. Draped along the greatest heights of the Himalaya, the Kingdom of Nepal is a land of sublime scenery, time-worn temples, and some of the best walking trails on earth. It's a poor country, but it's rich in scenic splendor and cultural treasures. The landscapes, the rivers, the top mountains, and the various flora and fauna makes Nepal more glorious. Nepal is such a country in the world which was never under any foreign invasion. Nepal doesn't celebrate its own Independence Day. Nepal wasn't colonized in the history. Nepal is also the oldest country in the South Asia. Nepal has the most unique national flag in the whole world. There's only one non-rectangular flag in the world, which is of Nepal. Nepali flag has three colors in it, including red, blue, and white. It is proved in the history of Nepal that the design of the Nepali flag is over 2000 years old. Gurkha's army. Better to die than to be a coward is the motto of the world famous Gurkha's army of Nepal, who are the part of the British Army since 1850, since the peaceful agreement that was proposed by the British East India Company. Nepal has over 80 ethnic groups and 123 languages. They believe in unity in diversity. Nepal is the country which has various religions cast in it. The major part of the Himalayas is in Nepal, so Nepal is also known as the Himalayan country. Nepal holds so many world records, even though being a small landlocked country, such as Mount Everest is the world's most highest peak with a height of 8,848 meters above the sea level. Talicho Lake is the world's most highest lake at a height of 4,800 meters above the sea level. Shehi Paksundo Lake is the deepest lake in the whole world with a depth of 145 meters. The deepest gorge in the whole world is Kali Gandaki Gorge. Arun Valley, which is the highest valley on earth, and the Hotel Everest view, which is the highest hotel in the whole world. Nepal was called Hindu Kingdom few years ago. There are sheer numbers of temples located in Nepal. Some are Pashupatinath Temple, Muktinath Temple, and Buddhanilkanda Temple. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Buddham Saranam Gacchami.
Saranam gacchami.
As you all are aware of Gautam Buddha, did you all know that Gautam Buddha was born in Lumbini in Nepal? Here we will talk about the historical and geographical links of Nepal. The Himalayan ranges are shared by India and Nepal, especially Mount Kanchenjunga, located partly in India and Nepal. Here, the Kosi River flows through Nepal before it enters the plains of India. Here, the currency of Nepal is known as Nepali rupee, and the language of Nepal is called Nepali. Now, number 2, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. The border length between Pakistan and India is 3,343 kilometers. Here you could see the national flag of Pakistan along with its capital city, Islamabad. Now we will talk about the climate. The latitude of Pakistan is 30° north, which denotes Pakistan's positioning in the northern hemisphere. The longitude of the country is 69° east, which means it is a part of the eastern hemisphere. Together, these coordinates indicate that Pakistan is situated in the north of the equator. Pakistan lies in the temperate zone. The climate is generally arid, characterized by hot summers and cool or cold winters, and wide variations between extremes of temperature at given locations. Pakistan has 4 seasons. The onset and duration of these seasons vary somewhat according to its location. Now, we'll talk about the historical and the geographical links of Pakistan. The Thar Desert in India is shared with Pakistan. The river Indus and its 5 tributaries flows through India before flowing into Pakistan. The Pakistani rupee is the currency of Pakistan. The language of Pakistan is called Urdu. And the high mountain ranges is shared with India. Pakistan and India were one country when the British ruled over India till 1947. Many monuments and archaeological remains that are a part of India's history are now in Pakistan, such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, Lahore Fort, Shalimar Garden, birthplace of Guru Nanak and Nankana Sahib, and the ruins of the famous University Taxila. Now, number 3, the People's Republic of China. The border length between China and India is 3,488 kilometers. As you can see here, here's the national flag of China and the capital city, which is called Beijing. Now let us talk about the climate of China. The country of China is in the Asian continent, and the approximate latitude and longitude for the country are 33° north and 110° east. China has a vast territory and has more than one type of climate due to different geographical zones. In China, there is a tropical zone, a subtropical zone, a warm temperate zone, a middle temperate zone, a cold temperate zone, and a plateau zone. This right here will give you more information about the China's climatic zone division. Let us talk about the historical and the geographical links of China. As you can see in the picture, the Himalayas between India and China. The river Tsangpo originates in the Tibetan plateau of China and flows into India as the Brahmaputra. Chinese travelers came regularly to India. These Chinese Buddhist monks, Foxiang and Zhuangzang, wrote in detail about their travels. The currency of China is renminbi or yuan, and the language is Mandarin Chinese. There were also strong trade links by land and sea routes between India and China. Now, number 4, the Kingdom of Bhutan. The border length between India and Bhutan is 699 kilometers. As you can see here, the national flag and the capital city, Thimphu. Now I'll talk about the climate. The Kingdom of Bhutan is a landlocked country in South Asia at the eastern end of the Himalayas. It is bordered to the north by China and to the south, east and west by India. The latitude is 27 degree north and the longitude is 90 degree east. Bhutan has 3 climatic zones: subtropical in the south, temperate in the middle and subalpine to the north. Bhutan has 4 distinct seasons in a year. Now I'll talk about the historical and geographical links of Bhutan. Bhutan is situated in the Himalayas that also runs through India. Drongmechu, Holy Manas River, flows across Bhutan by passing through the Indian state of Assam. Padmasambhava, a Buddhist saint from India, also known as Guru Rinpoche in Bhutan, went to Bhutan to spread the teachings of the Buddha. The currency of Bhutan is the Gultra, and the language of Bhutan is Dzongkha. Now 5. The People's Republic of Bangladesh. The border length between India and Bangladesh is 4,996.7 kilometers. Here you can see the capital city Dhaka and their national flag. The political and geographical maps of Bangladesh. Now we'll talk about the climate. Bangladesh's latitude and longitude is 24 degree north and 90 degree east. Bangladesh has a subtropical monsoon climate characterized by wide seasonal variations in rainfall, high temperatures and humidity. There are 3 distinct seasons in Bangladesh. The climate of Bangladesh can be divided in different climate zones. Central and the southern part can be in a hot tropical climate. The northern mountainous areas are in a temperate, humid climate. Indian states sharing border with Bangladesh. Bangladesh shares border with these 5 Indian states: West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. About Bangladesh and some important facts. Bangladesh is a country with abundant nature from beaches to forests and waterfalls, coupled with rich culture and history. In the southern part of Asia, Bangladesh lies with its natural elegance on the Bay of Bengal. This beautiful country, affectionately called the land of rivers due to its vast number of waterways, which is unique in beauty. Bangladesh is the only country to fight a war and declare independence over language. The name Bangladesh is made up of two words, Bangla, the native name of the Bengali language, and Desh, meaning country. India was the first country to recognize Bangladesh as a separate and independent state. The relationship between India and Bangladesh is anchored in history, culture, language, and shared values of secularism, democracy, and countless numbers of other commonalities between the two countries. Bangladesh is called a land of rivers as it has about 700 rivers, including tributaries. The rivers are not, however, evenly distributed. For instance, they increase in numbers and size from the northwest of the northern region to the southeast of the southern region. The total length of all rivers, streams, creeks, and channels is about 24,140 kilometers. Let us take a quick tour through the beauty of Bangladesh. The Bengal Delta, located on the coastline of Bangladesh, is the largest river delta located in the world. The delta stretches a distance of 105,000 square kilometers, with approximately two-thirds falling within Bangladesh. With some of the world's most fertile soil, the delta is home to approximately 130 million people, a large majority of the population who depend on agriculture for survival. Bengal Delta, disappearing as a victim of climate change. Unfortunately, this river delta also makes Bangladesh one of the most climate vulnerable countries in the world. The effects of climate change have already begun impacting the livelihoods of the population living in the delta as well as other parts of Bangladesh. I'll talk about the historical and the geographical links of Bangladesh. The river crosses Assam below Dhubri as Brahmaputra and enters Bangladesh as Jamuna. Padma River. The Ganges River originates in the Tibetan Himalayas. The river flows through northern India and enters Bangladesh, where it becomes the Padma River. The Sundarbans is a mangrove area in the delta and it spans from the Hooghly River in state of West Bengal to the Baleshwar River in Bangladesh. Now here you can see Tagore's house in Shilaidaha, which is in Bangladesh. Anthem written by the great Rabindranath Tagore. The famous Indian poet lived and traveled on the waterways of Bangladesh during his young days. During this time, he wrote many of the stories what he is famous for. Did you know that the national anthem of Bangladesh were two written by Rabindranath Tagore? Bangladesh was also part of the larger India that was ruled by the British. In 1947, it was created as the eastern wing of Pakistan. In 1971, it separated from Pakistan and became Bangladesh. The currency of Bangladesh is Taka, and the language of Bangladesh is Bangla. Now number 6. Union of Myanmar. The border length between Myanmar and India is 1643 kilometers. As you can see here, the capital city of Myanmar is Naypyidaw, and here's the national flag. Now we'll talk about the climate. The country of Myanmar is in the Asia continent, and the latitude and longitude for the country are 19° north and 96° east. The climate of Myanmar varies depending on location and in the highlands on elevation. The climate is subtropical, tropical, and has 3 seasons. A large portion of the country lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the equator. Here we are going to talk about the historical and the geographical links of Myanmar. Hills and valleys. India and Myanmar share a border in the northeastern part of India with forested hills and valleys, as shown in the picture. India and Myanmar, earlier known as Burma, have an ancient connection through trade and religion, especially Buddhism. The country has a golden Buddhist stupa called Shwedagon Pagoda. Here, a new highway connecting India, Myanmar and Thailand called the IMT Highway has started operating, linking the 3 countries by road. Burma was a part of British India, holding Calcutta as their capital city. The freedom fighter Bal Gangadhar Tilak was imprisoned in Myanmar. The currency of Myanmar is kyat currency. And the language of Myanmar is Burmese. Number 7. Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. As you can see here, the capital city is Sri Jayawardhanapura, and you can see the national flag. Now we'll talk about the climate. Sri Lanka is located at north latitudes of 7 degree and east longitudes of 81 degree. It is part of Asia and the northern hemisphere. Lying in the equatorial and tropical zone, Sri Lanka is influenced by the monsoons, allowing 4 distinct seasons. Sri Lanka is an island in the Indian Ocean located to the south of the Indian subcontinent. 3 zones can be divided by its distinguished elevations: the Central Highland, the plains, and the coastal belt. I am going to tell the historical and geographical links of Sri Lanka. The Park Strait is a strait between the Tamil Nadu, a state of India, and the Jaffna district of the northern province of the island nation of Sri Lanka. Ram Setu or Rama's Bridge is a causeway created across the sea connecting to Pamban Island in Tamil Nadu to Mannar Island in Sri Lanka. The bridge is 50 km long and separates the Gulf of Mannar from the Park Strait. There are many mysterious facts about Ram Setu. Emperor Ashoka's children, Mahindra and Sanghamitra, took the teachings of Buddha to Sri Lanka. A tooth relic, ancient remains of Buddha, is believed to be in the temple of Kandy in Sri Lanka. There are 2 languages in Sri Lanka. Those are Sinhala and Tamil. The currency of Sri Lanka is Sri Lankan rupee. The relationship between India and Sri Lanka is more than 2,500 years old. Both the countries have a legacy of intellectual, cultural, religious, and linguistic interaction. Finally, the other 2 neighboring countries of India, which is not in the chapter, the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan and the Republic of Maldives. Number 8. Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. The border length between India and Afghanistan is 106 kilometers. The capital city of Afghanistan is Kabul. And here you can see the national flag. The bilateral relations between Afghanistan and India have remained strong and friendly over the decades. India and Afghanistan have been historical neighbors. Number 9. The Republic of Maldives. The capital city of Maldives is Mali. Here you could also see the national flag of Maldives. India and Maldives are neighbors. India and Maldives share a maritime border. Thank you for watching this. I know this has limited information, but we will explore more in the coming days.